Buenos días y bienvenidos a todos. Good morning and welcome everyone. Welcome to a community that is dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shearer, and I am the spiritual director and founding minister at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for the live Zoom meeting, please contact me for the link and the password, or check our website, www.cslpv.org, on the weekly talk section. Today is actually being pre-recorded on Saturday, as I will be leaving for the Convention of the Americas in Chapala tomorrow morning. But this message is for Sunday, July 19, 2026. And the topic is what we believe about wholeness. So the suggested reading book for this month has been What It Takes to Heal: How Transforming Ourselves Can Change the World by Prentice Hemphill. And now at this time, I'd like to truly welcome everyone, including those that are new to our teaching and to our center here in Vallarta, whether you are on the live Zoom call or watching a replay at a later time. Here we teach a philosophy that honors all traditions, all faiths. So no matter what path you are on, know that it is the right one for you, and everyone is welcome here. We teach the philosophy called the science of mind, a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom, where we offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth, and we honor diversity in all aspects. When Dr. Ernest Holmes first founded this teaching in the 1920s, he had studied both Eastern and Western spiritual texts in order to create the science of mind, which focuses on the individual use of thoughts and this powerful thing called the mind. When asked to provide a concise definition of the teaching, he had replied that it is a correlation of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. So each week we do offer a service with an inspirational message. We offer the Zoom meeting 10 a.m. on Sundays and also meet in person Sundays at noon. However, today there will be no in-person meeting. And we will resume meeting in person and live on Zoom next week. After service, whether it's online or in person, hang out with us afterwards to enjoy a cup of coffee and some great conversation with like-minded people. And now let's review our purpose, vision, and mission statements. We have a grand purpose here each week, and that is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. We do this by means of our vision, creating the life you desire. And this is supported by our mission to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. And more on all of these can be found on our website under the About section. And now, as we do each week, let's join together for creative thought prayer or affirmative prayer. And as you know, this is always done in the first person. So I invite you to gently close your eyes if you so choose and take these words as your own. Spirit, infinite intelligence, God, ultimate power, light, illuminates all. This light shines on every one, on and of this world. This light, too, illumines me. It moves and has its being in me and as me. God's light is my light now. I rest in knowing I am the light and I am light in action. As I glow in divine radiance, so does this orb called Earth. I know my world has the power to make manifest that which I truly desire. I align with my consciousness with God so that I may see my inner light and view more clearly my greater ideals. As I speak with authority, I claim truth, peace, understanding, and love as the center of my being. I awaken to this realization and become immune to anything unlike wholeness. Duality does not exist, nor does it have any place in my world. I live as authentically as I know how to do. I am learning to live consciously with and in greater authenticity, knowing that more good is revealed through me with each breath. I accept these gifts as they are given and distributed to all. I release these gifts, this word, unto the universe. Thank you, Spirit. And so it is. And that was originally submitted by Reverend Jackie Edmonston from Arroyo Grande, California. So today we are talking about wholeness and to embody the idea that all humanity is divinity and that we are one global family. With this, we have to recognize the wholeness inherent in all people. When we leave anyone out of the equation, when we deny someone's wholeness, we deny God. What would it mean to really believe that we are one global family, and that we are each unique and divine? Well, according to Thich Nhat Hanh, a community of people walking together on a spiritual path has a great deal of strength. Its members are able to protect each other, to help each other in every aspect of the practice, and to build the strength of the community. There are many things that are very different for us to do on our own, or many things that are difficult for us to do on our own. But when we live together as community, they become easy and natural. We do them without growing tired or making strenuous effort. The community has a collective energy. Without this energy, the practice of individual transformation is not easy. When we live in community, it becomes a body, and each one of us is a cell in that body. If we are not part of a community body, we will be isolated, hungry, and needy, and we will not have a suitable environment for practice. We can visualize the community body as a forest. Each member of the community is a tree, standing beautifully alongside the others. Each tree has its own shape, height, and unique qualities, but all are contributing to the harmonious growth of the forest. Looking at the trees standing steady or steadily along each other like that, you can sense the beauty, solidity, and power of a sacred forest. Our community body is going forward on the path of practice, and its eyes are able to direct us. The eyes of the community are able to see the strong points as well as the weak points of every member of the community. By community eyes, we mean the insight and vision of the collective body of the community, which includes the vision and insight of all its members, from the youngest to the oldest. The energy of the community body has the capacity to protect and transform us. As a member of the community, all we have to do is to make our contribution to that energy. This is called community building. It is the most precious work a monk, nun, or layperson can do. And once again, that was from Thich Nhat Hanh and was featured in awaken.org. So this week, we are examining the cultural beliefs about wholeness, wellness, and human worth, and how these beliefs shape our sense of self and others. Ernest Holmes wrote this: "We acquire a new sense of human values in realizing that all humanity is divinity, waking up to itself through self-discovery and self-realization. All people are of God. The only evidence we have of divinity is humanity." And let me remind you of our Centers for Spiritual Living global vision. It states, "We envision a world in which we live and grow as one global family that respects and honors the interconnectedness of all life. A world where this kinship with all life prospers and connects through the guidance of spiritual wisdom and experience." So to embody that idea that all humanity is divinity and that we are all one global family, we have to recognize the wholeness inherent in all people. When we leave anyone out of this equation, when we deny someone's wholeness, we deny God. So if we truly believe in one global family, we can't afford to exclude anyone. However, inclusion requires we confront our individual and cultural notions of who is valuable and who isn't, who is amenable to care and who isn't. Our individual and cultural hidden beliefs keep us from opening our hearts and souls to those we perceive as others. To create true belonging, we must confront these hidden beliefs and biases. To truly believe that we are one global family and that each one is unique and divine is to hold two truths simultaneously. There is one life, one infinite presence expressing through all beings, and that one life expresses itself uniquely through every individual. Unity does not erase individuality, it celebrates it. So this changes not only what we believe, but how we believe and how we live. Instead of defining people by nationality, race, religion, politics, gender, or even social status, we would first recognize the same sacred experience within them that lives within us. Ernest Holmes wrote that we are individualizations of the one mind. Just as every wave belongs to the same ocean while retaining its own shape, every person is a unique expression of the same infinite life. And that doesn't mean that we agree with every action. It means that we distinguish between the eternal worth of a person and the choices that they make. Holmes wrote this: "There is an irresistible, universal, and divine urge within us to be whole and to express the fullness of life." And Prentice Hemphill, in his book, writes that to belong is rest into the collective and to be woven into the all. It's the feeling that what you bring is needed and wanted here. As humans, we often create belonging by dividing the world into us and them. assigning positive values to us and negative values to them. We other those who are not like us and make that somehow less human. And if someone is less human, we don't have to care about them. And we can deny our interrelationness. Well, diversity is a fact. Creating belonging without othering is a conscious practice. It requires a willingness to look at our individual and collective hidden beliefs to discover who we include in our circle of belonging and who we leave out. Desmond Tutu wrote this: differences are not intended to separate, to alienate. We are different precisely in order to realize our need of one another. I remember attending a women's retreat in Los Angeles around November 11th, 2011. So 11/11/11. It was a gateway to healing. We were actually staying at the Gateway Hotel. We were participating in an exercise in groups of 4 on 11/11/11. And it was suggested that we organize our group with others that we didn't personally know. One specific group included 4 women from 4 different countries: Palestine, Israel, Saudi Arabia, and Iran. In their group, they found that they were more alike than they were different. They all had the intention of being together in peace, a bridging of cultures. I have another quote for you. We do not bridge the space between us by becoming the same, but by honoring what is different and discovering what is shared. And Hemphill quoted John A. Powell saying, belonging means we recognize and celebrate our differences in a society where we the people includes all the people. And one way to cultivate belonging is through bridging, an idea developed by John A. Powell. Bridging happens when 2 or more people or groups come together across acknowledged lines of differences in a different way that affirms their distinct identities and allows for a new and more expansive identity. Bridging rejects the idea of us versus them, but without erasing what makes each person unique. To see bridging this way requires compassion, patience, and open-mindedness. Bridging isn't about proving you are right. It's about listening and curiosity to each other and being willing to be vulnerable and courageous. Bridging offers the humanity in all people, even those whose views are radically different from ours. Henry David Thoreau wrote this: could a greater miracle take place than for us to look through each other's eyes for an instant? I guess a more recent statement with the same meaning that we use today would be to put yourself in someone else's shoes. So as we think about a world that works for everyone and all of creation, what does that really mean? When you think about everyone, who do you exclude? This week, think about the ways that we can recognize and celebrate our differences without othering. Where can you cultivate compassion and empathy? We are all interconnected in a worldwide web of mutuality. What each of us do affects the collective. What effect do you want to have on that collective? So pay attention this week to othering language that you experience in the press or on social media, or even in conversations with people, or even in your own thoughts. Where does that othering language come from? What work is it doing? And what steps can you take to begin the work of bridging with people who you perceive as different from you? And I'll leave you with this quote from Thich Nhat Hanh. We are here to awaken from the illusion of our separateness. And that takes us to our affirmation for the week. I recognize and honor that I am part of one global family. And now it's news and updates time here at our center. If you are interested in learning more about the Science of Mind teaching, we do offer courses via Zoom as well as in person. So connect with me or check our website to find the details. And there is a survey there for your input on what upcoming courses you would like to see. So make sure you complete that survey. And if you would like to have a one-on-one connection for a spiritual mind treatment, please contact me so we can make the arrangements for this. And if you would like to commit to being a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this current year, as membership does renew annually, or if you would like to be on our board of trustees, please contact me so you can be sent the current form. I'd also like to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook page. And let me know if you would like to receive our weekly post on Substack. So now it's time for mindful giving and financial support of our spiritual home. We rely on your support to continue our center here in Puerto Vallarta so that we can continue offering this powerful teaching of the science of mind. We bless the financial gifts that you give today. Every donation is greatly appreciated, no matter the amount. Donations can be made online through our website, www.cslpv.org, using either PayPal or Tithely. And you'll find the donate buttons on both the landing page as well as on the page where you find the weekly talks. You can still send in a paper check by addressing it to CSLPV number 403 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, B1Y8M1. And now, please join me in our offertory affirmation. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So thank you for coming and sharing this time together. And let's continue practicing peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and actions create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Peaceful living includes acting with compassion, kindness, and consideration, and also includes standing up against injustice. And today, More than ever, we need to stand for peace. So hug your friends, your loved ones, and your neighbors. May peace and love always be with you. Blessings and namaste.